Hey there guys, in today's video we're going to be doing a review of the ASG TAC-6. This is a CO2 powered semi-automatic airsoft sniper rifle. Going over some of the dimensions, it's 3 feet long and 7.6 inches tall at its tallest point. This gun is also capable of shooting between 440 and 450 FPS with a .20 gram BB. It does come with a bipod and a laser sight. This one's mounted inside the gun and it can be removed. It also features upper and lower RIS rails so you can attach attachments like optics or maybe a foregrip if you'd like. Speaking of optics, it comes with 2 included sights, and these are removable if you do want to add something else. I'm not so sure about the front sight, but I do know that the rear sight is adjustable for both windage and elevation. In front of the trigger guard and behind the grip, there's these 2 little rods that go through the gun. Each of these can be substituted for a rod that is capable of mounting a single point sling adapter. I should also mention that adapter is included in this kit, as well as batteries for the laser sight, as well as a manual on how to operate it. This airsoft gun is also a non-blowback CO2 gun. This means that all the force of the CO2 is being used to propel the BB down range, instead of maybe you've seen some airsoft pistols where if you pull the trigger, the slide moves back on its own, and that's some of the CO2 being powered to move the slide back just for aesthetics. We can also see just above the trigger guard there's the safety switch. Pushing it forward towards the barrel of the gun is safe, and then pulling it back is ready to fire. Coming over to the other side of the gun, we have the magazine ejector switch just behind the trigger guard. Pushing that takes the magazine out. Now this kit does come with one 15-round magazine. That's not a lot, so I'll link you guys in the description to where you can buy extras. Just behind where the magazine goes in, there's a little button. Pressing that allows you to access the CO2 chamber. During the process of changing a CO2 cartridge, you'll probably want the magazine out just so you can access the little dial that tightens it into place. But you can just take a 12-gram CO2 cartridge like the one seen here and just slide it into place, and then you'll take the dial and twist it clockwise until it's all the way tight. Once that dial has been tightened and you don't hear any more CO2 hissing out, you can just close this hatch. From here we can load the empty magazine. We just take this slide and move it all the way back down to the bottom where it catches. At the back of the magazine there's this little hole here that makes it pretty easy to load BBs in one by one, or you can take a speed loader if you have one. Once you have 15 rounds in the magazine though, it won't hold it anymore, and then you can release that slide catch and you'll be ready to put this back into the gun. I think that's about it for the features of the gun. If I've left anything out or anything you want to know more about, feel free to post comments down below, but I think we're going to go ahead and go outside and do the shooting test. So in the shooting test today, we're going to be using .25 gram BBs from a distance of about 80 feet from here to the next tower. I'm going to set some soda cans up over there and then we'll get started. There we go. 3 for 4 is not too bad. What I am finding is that even with .20 gram BBs, they are curving down a little bit towards the end, so this might be more of a mid-range DMR, and I also might have some dialing in to do on my sights. But for the time being, let's set up a little bit of a bullseye target, test out the accuracy on this. So out of the 5 shots, only 2 of them landed on the target, about 4 inches apart. What I was seeing is some of the BBs would get to like right about here and then start to curve off, which was unfortunate. And to be fair, the whole target is only about 8 inches big, so if you're aiming for someone's head, you might have a hard time, but if you're going for body shots, that should be okay. Overall though, I do enjoy using this gun to shoot. It's pretty fun, and it's basically a CO2 pistol on steroids. I was able to find this on Amazon for about $110. You can also find them on eBike, and I'll have links in the description below to both those pages. Based on the shooting test for this gun though, I'd say it's more suited for medium ranges. I have some spring sniper rifles that are a little bit more accurate at further distances. This one kind of starts to veer off towards the 80-foot mark, which we were shooting at. That being said though, I still think it's really fun to use. If you guys want to pick one of these up, again, links in the description. Otherwise, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post those down below. But I think that's going to be about it for this video, so I'd just like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.